My name is Eric, and with me today is
Kevin, and today we're going to talk about the VIPKid Teach App.
And as you may have heard, browser support for the classroom is no longer going to be supported.
So one of the interesting facts about it is that it actually has a more stable network connection. People that have been using the VIPKid Teach App have actually had a higher trial conversion rate because there's less tech issues in the class, which is kind of a fun fact, but also something that you should keep in mind when using this. It is a very stable network.
I'm going to be the teacher, and you'll see how things look from the teacher side. And on the iPad over there, you're going to be able to see the student side. So Kevin's going to be the student, I'll be the teacher, and we'll also show you some of the cool things about the student app. So let's get started. Let's jump right into it. So here we go. I'm on a computer screen!
Hey.
And there's Kevin. Kevin, that's right. Hi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, this is cool.
So here we have our VIPKid Teach application, and there's a couple cool functions that we can look at here. Pretty cool star function there. You should already be familiar with this. If you give that, you get the
Perfect.
What? It's so cool. And now on my screen, up at the top, there's 5 like silhouettes, I guess, for stars, and I just received my first one. And there's this large animation. It's very, very cool for your student to see this on their classroom.
Excellent work.
Yeah, I got another one. This is a good day.
We can go through some of these buttons. So we have add feedback, which is just over there.
Yeah.
And here we can give some feedback for the student, whether it's a unit assessment. And then over here, advice. Now this is really important. What does the advice button do, Kev?
So for advice, it's not actually advice for the student, because that you put in the feedback, but it's actually referring to advice given to the VIPKid Teach App team. They really want to know how can they improve what they've already given you guys, what they've built. And so on Eric's side, he can show you all the different categories that you can select of things that you thought were good or things that you think can be improved.
And then here we have the exit button, which it exits. We have refresh if you're having any problems with the classroom. Refresh is usually your first option in trying to fix the problem that you're having. So refresh, loading. And I'm back. And here we can see pretty cool stuff. Lines, if you want to switch lines, that works too. Contact firemen, you can go ahead and do that if you have any issues. But let's take a look at some of the cool functions that the VIPKid Teach app has. Oh, snap.
Whoa. So Eric just selected one of the AR functions, the augmented reality functions, and he put dino and some cute things on his cheeks, I think. And I can see that on my side as well. And now he's a fox with baseballs? The AR stickers may be silly or a little funny, but it's actually a great way to engage your student, to get your student's attention. It's not something that I would suggest using the entire time if I were to teach a class, but it's still very fun, as you can see. I am thoroughly entranced by Eric's
Milady.
stickers.
All right. So yeah, the AR stickers, I'm gonna turn this off real quick.
Turn that off, yeah.
So the AR stickers, like you said, are really good for engaging your students of all ages. Something just keep their attention there. And in certain classes, you're also able to give a thumbs up. So when I click it, it'll look like this.
Very good.
For me, I can draw on the screen, and when I let go of the mouse, boom.
Oh, there it is. I wanna do that too. Yeah, this is cool. Cool. Just drawing.
All right, cut it out. And I'm going to restore the page, and then I'm gonna freeze him. Once still there, and restore the page. And now he can't interact with the class.
So on the student side, I can actually see here in the bottom right-hand corner that my mouse has been disabled. So if your student is asking, why can't I draw, they can see, maybe if they're older, they can understand, oh, my mouse has been turned off. So if that's something that you did by accident or maybe don't want to keep as disabled for too long, just make sure you keep that in mind.
Kevin, can you talk a little bit about how the chat box works depending on the device that you, the student, are using?
So when a teacher were to type something into the chat box, like Eric's going to do right now, he's going to send me something and it's going to say hello, and I want to say hello back. I want to type it. I've been practicing my typing. I go to it and I can't type. The reason why I can't respond, at least through a keyboard or typing, is because it's on an iPad, on any kind of tablet. Even if this had a keyboard, I still could not respond as a student with a tablet. That can only be done if the student is using a laptop or a desktop. So it depends on what device the student is using. What are you typing? High five. Great explanation.
Perfect.
3 stars. So that's the classroom. But what I want to show you guys is something that the students are going to see. So when the student logs into their portal here using on the tablet, they're going to see everything that they've started and haven't finished yet. This includes homework or classes that they have coming up, or things like soft skills or a virtual field trip. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of external resources that students have available to help them with their English. So I'm gonna go to the next class I have booked because I wanna show you guys what it looks like if the student goes in before the teacher. So let's go into my next class.
And the student should always be in class before the teacher.
That's true. All right.
Let me fix that angle for you.
So this is a bit more accurate for what most of you guys see when you teach. So hello, hi, I'm Kevin. And then now I'm in the classroom. I don't like this. I'm gonna put this back.
The helicopter parent.
I can't talk anymore. Anyway, so now that I'm in the classroom, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this button over here called Themes. Now, themes are a really cool thing for students because it lets them personalize their classroom. So I'm gonna go over to, let's do Little Red Riding Hood. I'm gonna change that. And so what this will do is it will now turn my classroom as a student, it will turn my classroom into a different theme. I picked Little Red Riding Hood. And this makes the class a lot more fun and a lot more personal for the student. It's their classroom. It's something that they own. Let's go with Dinosaur Park, because it's a park with dinosaurs. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Helicopter parents back.
Let's get out of the app
Okay.
and back into the real world. And we are back with puppies. What do they have to do with the VIPKid Teach app? Absolutely nothing, but they're super cute and super sleepy. And yeah. So we made this video to talk about the VIPKid Teach app. We want you, our teachers, to have a lot of time to prepare and to make the transition over to it. All of our studies have shown that it's
more stable. It provides a better learning experience for the student, a better teaching experience for you guys. And the team behind it is really serious about making this the best they can. So be sure to leave them the advice they need. Let them know how they can improve, because what they made is already great, but they want it to be so much more. And that can be done with you guys. Not with these guys, but with you guys. These guys, they can only be cute, but that's enough for me. Yeah.
And we know that there's been some critical feedback regarding the PC app, also known as the VIPKid Teach app. And it's a work in progress. We're still working constantly to improve it, to make it better for not just the learning experience for the students, but also for the user experience for our teachers. So please, if you could switch over and make sure that you're familiar with the new functions, that would be fantastic for everyone.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ask you guys to go into your teacher's portal, download the app for your computer. While you're doing that, we are going to play with these guys, if they'll have us. I don't think there's much left in them though. Hey, wake up.
And you can find the link below in the description. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, then we'll give you like another 30 seconds of us just playing with puppies. We're just gonna hang out.
Just hang out. You should download the app. It's in the description.